everyone, welcome back to In the Sheds. We have got another podcast for you this week, and it is going to be an incredible one. I am so excited for this. It is completely different to what we usually do. Usually what we do with these podcasts is we talk to players and we go through their career and we have a bit of banter and a bit of a laugh and talk about the sport that they're in. Today is completely different. Today we've got myself and obviously my co-host Hayden, who I'll introduce in a second, and we're going to be doing a podcast draft of the NRL with two other social media creators as well. So it's going to be a four-person draft, and we're going to be going over the entire NRL as if it basically started tomorrow. And we're going to be drafting each team individually. We've already done our picks. We're ready to go. I'm very excited for this one. But first off, before we get into that, I've got to obviously introduce my co-host, Entertain House. How you going, big fella?
Yeah, mate, looking forward to this one. Multiple talented content creators like ourselves and rugby league talk. What can be better?
You know, exactly right. You know, it's we do unfortunately have two Parramatta fans in our vicinity, though, which myself and another one of the creators here will be like, oh, well, it's a bit rough, but then I'm a Titans fan. So we just, you can feel sorry for me. That's the main thing. You just feel sorry for me. Let's get into introducing the two guests, and obviously ladies first as always. And so we're going to be getting into basically the forefront of women in sport right now. Women in sport and advocating for the growth of the game and achieving undeniable respect from the sporting community in the process. She boasts over 5,000 followers on Instagram, 10,000 followers on Twitter, 2,000 on Facebook, and hosts her own podcast by ABC, which dissects not only rugby league, but many other sports too. Please join me in welcoming Mary from Ladies Who League. Welcome, Mary.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me. What an introduction.
Show off how fantastic you and your social media really is.
Thank you. I'm really excited to be here, but I haven't asked. We don't have a salary cap for this draft, do we?
No, so there is no salary cap. If we had a salary cap, I'd be stressing. That's just hectic. Like, that's crazy. But let's welcome in our next guest, who is just absolutely massive. You guys will know exactly who I'm talking about here. It comes to the NRL memes and NRL content, the best in the game. I can promise you that. The best in the game in NRL memes and NRL content. With over 85,000 followers on Instagram, 4,500 on Twitter, and over 125,000 on Facebook. He's also hosted the big fella BKRsport. Yeah, myself, I know he has. On the Instagram story for last year's Thrilling Roosters first Storm prelim final at the SCG. As you can see, he's followed by enough people to know he's well and truly knowledgeable about the game of rugby league, and he's probably the scariest prospect. I'm scared of him. I'm scared because he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. Please join me in welcoming the NRL Roast.
I thought you'd be more scared of my look, you know, the big bearded guy, you know. But hopefully I don't scare your followers too much. But yeah, without the salary cap though, like, what am I going to do with all these brown paper bags I've bought? Like, that's how I was going to pay all my players. But
well, basically, we're pretending to be the Roosters for a day. That's what we're doing. But let's get into basically how this is going to all go. So I'm going to put it. If you're listening to us, oh, by the way, also big news: we are now available on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and TuneIn. So if you guys are listening on those, then welcome to In the Sheds. But we've also got video on BKRsport right now, the YouTube channel. So if you want to watch this, there's a lot of editing that's going to be done on the video. So please go and check that out. So I'm going to put a post up for the viewers right now, which is going to explain all the rules of this. So this is a snake NRL draft. So we're going to be going through four picks, obviously. We'll tell you who's going first, second, third, fourth in a second. And we're going to go snake. So whoever goes first will then go eighth. Whoever goes second will go second and seventh. Third will go third and sixth. And fourth will go fourth and fifth. So they get two picks in a row. So it really does work out fair for everybody. Now, the way that it goes is we're going to be prioritising positions based on our own needs. It's not going to be done in order. It doesn't necessarily have to be fullback all the way through. We're going to be doing all 17 players. That is a full starting 13 plus bench, and also a coach. So we're acting like the GM. Obviously, you know, the NRL Roast has got his Philadelphia 76ers hat on, so he also is well aware of the drafting process.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm not actually a huge 76ers fan. I'm just a Ben Simmons fan. So
yeah, nice.
That's why I rock that. I'm normally an OKC fan. So.
Oh, an OKC fan, even after Westbrook and everyone left.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much everyone. No, I'll stick solid with them. I was a Sonics fan from back in the day, and I followed them over to OKC. So. I'll stick with them.
Let's get into this draft. If you aren't aware of how it works, like I said, it's on the post, but we have done our pre-selection of the draft picks. We do know who is going first, second, third, and fourth. We do have 30 seconds per pick. If you don't get your pick in that 30 seconds, the person below you can jump up and take their player first, and you're still going, but then it can keep rolling on. It will get hectic. It will get hectic. And do know, guys, we're going to be writing down, stressing out. We're going to stress out. So
We're stressing out beforehand. So, you know, going through this is just going to be level up.
with the first pick of the In the Sheds NRL Draft, your boy, BKRsport. I got it. Let's give me a round of applause. I'll take it. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone at home. With the second pick of the In the Sheds NRL Draft, we have Ladies Who League. So there we go. She said, I actually would have preferred personally the second or third pick. I just wanted to get above Hayden because I know that we both think very alike. So that was who I wanted to be above, and I know that he's not getting who he wants now, which is very appealing to me. Entertainment House then gets the third pick of the draft. So he'll be going third and seventh, and obviously that means the NRLRoast gets the fourth pick, which also means fourth and fifth. So it's going to get interesting. It's going to get wild. How are we all feeling, everyone? We're about to get going.
Nervous.
Still pretty nervous.
Yeah, he's shaking.
No, I'm pretty good.
Let's get into it. This is the In the Sheds NRL Draft for 2020. I am the first pick, and the clock starts now. But I'm going to take my full 30 seconds here, even though I didn't need to write anything down. Well, I'm going to write down for me, and you guys are going to be very shocked with who I'm going to go with here. But I'm very uncertain with how the halfback situation is looking at the moment. With a lot of, I want a leading halfback, and although I'm a Titans fan, I'm taking Daly Cherry Evans with my pick. So there we go. Daly Cherry Evans is off the board.
That was my pick.
That was my pick as well. He knows that, don't you, Blaze?
Well, that was who I was going to go. That was exactly who I was going to go. So I've got my man. There we go. Mary, you are on the clock.
All right. Since you've taken my pick, which was Daly Cherry Evans, I agree with you in that halfbacks are going to be scarce. So I'm taking Luke Keary off the table.
Oh, Luke Keary's off the table. All righty. Here we go. So now we've got Hayden, who is on the clock.
My halfback in my number 7 is going to be Mitchell Pearce.
Mitchell Pearce. Oh, so the halfbacks are dropping early. They are definitely dropping early. So Entertain House takes Mitchell Pearce with his first pick. And now we've got 2 picks straight up to the NRLRoast. You've got 20 seconds left on the clock.
Well, I can't believe all the halfbacks have just gone like that. That's amazing. I've actually still got the overall number 1 pick, who I thought still on the table, and that's Jason Taumalolo.
Yeah, well, that was the thing, mate. If I was going to go with, if I was going to get fourth, I was going to do someone like, I was going to go Jason Taumalolo. I just need to get my halfback out of the way. But you've got, there we go.
I didn't have a halfback until pick 11. So
wow, mate.
So I'll go straight into my 5th pick then. So now I've taken Taumalolo. We'll go back to the fullback. And I'm going to take Teddy Tedesco.
Oh, Tedesco. James Tedesco drops off now. So now now it is Hayden who is on the clock.
I'm going to go for the fullback role, and I'm going to take Tommy Turbo.
Oh, that was who I was going to go with next. Okay, fair enough. Tommy Turbo is off the board. So why, Mary, you're on the clock, by the way, but why are you going Tommy Turbo?
Tedesco's had these big years, and he's down for a bit of a downfall, and I think Tommy Turbo is going to be the one to outshine him.
You can jump in at any time you want, by the way, Mary. You can jump
can I? Okay, I'm taking Jake Trbojevic.
Jake Trbojevic. Hey.
Number 13 for me.
Jake Trbojevic is gone. All right.
I picked a Manly player as my second pick.
I'm a Titans fan, and I took a Manly player who screwed our club over with the first pick.
At Queenslander, nonetheless.
Yeah, well, I'm wearing my. That's why I thought Hayden would have known who was my who I had. So I've got 15 seconds left on the clock. Let me have a think who I'm going to go with here. Ooh, gee whiz! It's I'm going to take a hooker here. I'm going to take a hooker because I think that the hookers. I've got 2 picks straight up here actually as well. I forgot about that. So I've got my 30 seconds is up, but guess what? I'm still on the clock. So Damien Cook is my next pick at number 9. I'm pretty happy with Cherry Evans and Damien Cook right now. And then I also obviously get my next pick, which is going to be. Ooh, let me have a look. Let me think. This is actually quite hectic when you're doing it. When you're having a look at all these players here. I'm pretty happy with my fullback. I think I'll get whoever I want there. You know, there's a fantastic amount of fullbacks. So I will go with. We'll go with Martin Tapau. I'm going to go with Martin Tapau in the front row forwards.
Great pick.
Yeah, I think he's a big pick there.
Really sticking with a Manly vibe there, aren't you, Blaze?
I am. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm taking Tapau, and I think they've got a really good team. So Martin Tapau is off the board.
All right. I'm also going to take a hooker because I think they're very important.
And we know who's coming.
Cameron Smith, everyone.
Yep, I knew that was coming. All right, Cameron Smith is off the board. Hayden, you're back up.
I'll go with number 9 hooker. I think quite an underrated that is a bit of a workhorse. I'll go with the Raiders, Josh Hodgson.
Josh Hodgson. Yeah, nice pick. Nice pick. So it's seeming like everyone's taken my tactics here. You know, I started off with a halfback. Everyone followed suit. Now I've started with the buddy. I got the hooker, and everyone's fallen in line too. So, by the way, Roast, you are on the board.
I am on the board now. I've had these guys earmarked. I thought they might have been taken by now, but both of these guys for the one club. So I've got the next 2 picks. That's correct, isn't it?
That is correct. Yes.
Big Payne Haas.
Payne Haas. Good
in the front row. Yep. Nice young fella. And his forward partner in David Fafita.
David Fafita. Woo! So you've gone big early. You've gone really big.
Well, I'm a big guy. And the forwards, you know, they just don't get enough raps.
Yeah, fair enough. That's 100% fair enough. Hayden, you are on the clock.
I'm going to go number 12 in my second row. I'm going to go Ryan Madison.
Ryan Madison. Ooh, I wasn't going to take him till quite late, so I'm happy you've taken him early. But
I can hear the boos from the Tigers fans.
Exactly right. Yep.
Yeah.
Mary, you are on the clock.
I am going to take. Oh, I'm tossing up. I'm going to take Cameron Munster.
Cameron Munster. Okay, that's a good pick. Obviously, I understand where you're coming from there. So you've got your halves sorted. That is fair enough. I think that my 5'8" is going to be there much later. So I'm going to leave him there for now. I've got the next 2 picks. That's the benefit with us, Rose. We get to have like a minute to think about our picks if we really wanted to. I think the forwards are coming off early here, so I'm going to take. I'm actually going to take Jai Arrow with one of my picks. I think that's. I'll go take my Titans blood. You know, I've picked one Manly player, so I'm going to go with Jai Arrow here. And who's my second pick? My second pick, I'm going to take a big winger off the table here. I'm going to take a big winger. I'm going to take Micah Sivo. I'm going to take Micah Sivo off the table.
Oh, how's Mary feel about that one?
I'm very upset about that.
I'm
very upset about that.
Hayden's a para fan too, yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, I think Mike is happy to come to me because I'm obviously living in Fiji. My family's Fijian and tosso 50 tosso.
Well, look, if you've taken Micah Sivo, I've got to take one Parramatta player before he goes. I'm taking Blake Ferguson.
Blake Ferguson, fair enough. See, I tell you, everyone keeps taking straight after. I went halfback, I went buddy hooker, and then I went winger. Here we go. Hayden, you've got 25 seconds on your clock.
With the Eels being taken, I'll go with a winger as well. I can't take Para, but I'm going to go with Daniel Tupou from the Roosters.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good shout. That is a good shout. I'm glad my other winger's right there right now though. He's still popping along. Daniel Tupou is gone. All right, Dean from the Roast, you're up.
So yeah, I've seen a few wingers. I think there's still a few that I can get in some late rounds, so I'm going to skip them. I'm going to shore up my my halves. Yep. First up from the Canberra Raiders, I'm going to take Jackie Whiten.
Ooh, that was going to be my next pick, yeah.
Not at 5'8", I can chuck him into a centre or something like that. So I'll take him. And then in my number 7, this will hurt a few of those para fans, Mitch Moses.
Oh, good pick. Yeah, good pick. My question will be, and I will let you know, Hayden, you are on the clock, but you can jump in whenever you want. However, my question is who would be your leader in those halves?
Mitch Moses, he'd lead the team around.
Number 12, second row, so what number? I'll go Johnny Bateman.
Great pick. I'm very jealous.
Yeah.
All
Can we do some trades later on? Like have a
we can talk about it. We've got plenty of time afterwards, so we will talk about it. So I'll write down John Bateman. You are on the clock, by the way, Mary.
This is going to be an odd selection, but you know what? Why not make it interesting? I'm taking a centre, and I'm taking Joey Manu.
Ooh. Manu. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. I can see it. I can see it. All right. I am on the clock. I think that centres are actually a little bit scarce too. So I can actually tell you right now as well, I've got plenty of time on my clock, but I'm still lacking in the forwards right now. I've got Tupou and Jai Arrow. Oh, I'm not sure at my lock, and I'm going to get Pangai Jr. I'm going to get Pangai Jr. for my lock position.
I love him, but I worry he's always suspended.
Yeah, that's a fair call. That is a fair call. And I've still got 20 seconds left on my clock for my next pick. I'm going to go with a centre. I actually think... Actually, no, you know what? I'm not going to go with the centre because I know he'll be there later because I don't know if you guys are going to be thinking about it. Oh, I've still got 8 seconds. I'm going to go with Maria Hargraves as my other number 10.
Oh,
great choice.
There we go. Oh, that was last second. I was stressing. I really was. I was stressing.
Ready to jump in with mine because I'm ready with my next one.
And who is it?
Wade Graham.
Wade Graham. Nice.
I'm going to go to the centres. I'm going to go number 3, Katoni Staggs.
Oh, my heart jumped a second then because I was like, I just hold him at the centres and they might jump in. Roast, you're up.
So for the next 2, I'm going to stick with. I'll go centre.
Yep.
And I'm going to go young Katoni Staggs from the Broncos.
Is that not what? That? Yeah, that's who Hayden just picked.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. I was looking at the centres. My bad. Well, I'll stick with the centres and I'll go Joey Leilua.
Joey Leilua. Okay, yep, that's a great call. And you've still got 40 seconds left.
So much fun.
What's that? Sorry.
Your team's going to be so much fun.
I'm more picking a team that I'd probably want to hang out with and muck around with. And I'll stick with his winger partner, and that'll be Josh Addo-Carr. Need a bit of speed, so
that's sneaky. Yeah,
the outside.
Yeah, that's not too bad there. That's a pretty good pick. But I'm still happy. My other wingers still on board. All right, Hayden, you're up, mate.
I'll go with my another forward. I'll go Raiders. Josh Papali in the number 10.
Josh Papali. All righty. There we go. And Mary, you are up. I think I've actually, like, my list here is like all over the shop, but I hope I'm right. Yeah, Mary, you've got 20 seconds left on the clock.
All right, I'm also going to go prop. I'm taking David Clemmer off the table.
Okay, yeah, David Clemmer off the table. Fair enough. All right, take him. There we go. Put myself on the clock. David Clemmer. All right, my centers are lacking, but I still think I can get who I want a little bit later on. 5'8", still not there. I'm going to go with my other wing partner, and I'm going to take Suliasi Vunivalu off the table. So I've got two Fijians on the wings. I'm going to take that every day of the week. Suliasi Vunivalu off the board. I think I could have left him for later, but I want I want the Fijian vote. That's what I want. I want the Fijian.
He's a rugby player. You can't have him.
He's gone next year.
He's here this year, isn't he? Yeah, you bloody sneakies. They're trying to sneak me out. They're messing with my head here. They're messing with my head. All right, we'll go with another second row. And I'm actually going to. I nearly want to take Viliami Kikau here. I do. I nearly want to take Viliami Kikau. I am going to take Viliami Kikau. I'm going to take him. Yep.
Great choice.
Listed.
Yep, Viliami Kikau is taken off the board. All right, Mary, you're up.
I'm going to take an obvious one that is still on the table.
Yep.
Kalen Ponga, coming over to Mary's Magic Man.
I'm not going to lie, I'm still happy with who's left on the board for me to take in fullback. You guys have all got your fullbacks, but I'm still pretty happy with who I've got left. Hayden, you're up.
Good fullbacks out there.
Exactly.
I'm going to go with the lock. As Dean said before, with versatility like Whiten, I'm going to go with Victor Radley. I think he can play a few different positions, so I'll go with Radley.
Yeah, good pick right there. And now we've got Rose on the clock with his 2 picks.
So I've been listening to the last 4 picks, so I won't pick yours again, Hayden. But I'll shore up my back line. I'll pick my other centre and winger here. So young Bronson Sherry.
Okay, yes. I was nervous.
I'll take him at the centre, and then on the wing, I'll take young Nicky Kotrick.
Oh, yeah, nice. That's a good pick. So you've got your back line completely sorted right now, mate?
I've got my back line completely sorted, and I think there's a lot of variety in that forward pack, and that I can
steal it. Yeah, 100%.
Steal it up.
I'm on
you got plenty of time, by the way. You've got 25 seconds left, mate. Don't worry.
Okay. I'm thinking about going on the wing here, and I'm going to go a bit of a roughie from the Cowboys. I'm going to go Kyle Felt.
Oh, Felt.
Okay. Good finisher.
Yeah, Kyle Felt. Yeah, fair enough. All right, Mary, you are on the clock.
I need an enforcer on my team.
Okay.
And there's no one better than Big Nelson from the Storm.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
You've
actually got David Clement and Nelson of Solomona, so I'm pretty happy with the 2 enforcers there. Actually, recently had Darcy Lussick on the podcast, and we're talking about it. Yeah, Nelson Solomona has gone. All right, so I need to start looking at my backs here. Ooh, everyone's pretty much taken a 6. So, Hayden still hasn't taken a 6. I've still got 40 seconds left of both my picks. I could you know what? I feel like with Cherry Evans, I actually feel like I'm going to take Sean Johnson here. I feel like him being the enigmatic, elusive kind of player that can roam the field. He has the leadership of Cherry Evans that will really keep that direction of the field going. And Johnson kind of roam free. I don't know what it is with Townsend. They just don't work together. So there we go. And then I can leave my fullback for late. I've got 5 seconds here. My centre, I'm going to take Latrell Mitchell as well in my centres. We're going to be moving him to the centres. So there we go. There's my 2 picks, and Mary, you're back on the board. Oh, she's stressing. No, you got plenty of time. You've got 25 seconds. You got 25 seconds.
Out here. I want a nice guy on my team. and they don't go much nicer than Jared Croker.
Jared Croker, that's a good pick. That is a really good pick. I was actually going to pick him next, so you've taken a pick there.
I'm glad this guy hasn't been picked, so I'm going to chuck him in from the Rabbitohs, Cameron Murray.
Oh,
Cameron Murray.
NRLRoast, gotcha.
He got him back. He got him back. There we go. There we go.
So I need to start looking at the big boys back again.
Yep.
I think I can leave the hooker for a little bit. Look, I'm going to take a front rower, and I'll take Adam Fanua-Blake.
Adam Fanua-Blake. Yep. Okay. Yep. Fair enough.
He's a bit of an enforcer, and I've got some speed and style with the other guys, so I'll just take him. And then second rowers, I'll take my main man, Tyson Frizzell.
Tyson Frizzell. Yep. There we go. All right, Hayden, you're up. You've got 30 seconds.
Yep. I'm just trying to think of a centre because we've got Stagged as one centre. I'm going to go Ruffy. I think coming through Penrith, some good talent. I'm going to go Brent Naden from the Panthers in number 4.
Brent Naden. All righty. Brent Naden is gone, and Mary, you are up.
Really enjoying the Melbourne Storm players in my team. So
Yep.
I'm going to pick Felice Kafusi next.
Felice Kafusi. Yep, fair enough. Felice Kafusi is off the board. All right, I got my minute to think up. Who do I need? So I need a fullback. You guys have got your fullback sorted. Really need to think too highly about that right now. I could. I've got 2 picks though. My 2 picks to finish up my team. I need a centre and I need a fullback. So centres right now, Moses Suli, Justin Olam is still there. Gee whiz, yeah. There's. I'm going to take another one of the Manly boys. I'm going to take Moses Suli for my centre partner with Latrell. I've got 20 seconds left, and I'm going to finish it up, and I'm going to take Roger Tuivasa-Sheck as my fullback. So I'm pretty happy with getting him at my 17th pick. By the way, 17th pick. I got Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, so I'm pretty happy with that.
I'm following your lead again, and I'm looking at my bench. I'm going to take Ryan Pappenhausen.
Oi,
Oh,
alrighty,
nice, yeah.
Pappenhausen.
2 5'8" I'm crossing between, but I think I'm going to go Cody Walker.
Cody Walker, yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, we'll allow him to have it. Now, Roast, you are on the table. Please don't take who I want to take on my bench. I beg you. I know you're thinking it. I can feel it. I feel it. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me.
I thought I was going to steal RTS late and play him somewhere, but you took him up. Because I know you were talking about him for the last few rounds. I'm like, I could just steal him.
I would spew.
I think, apologies to I'm a Dragons fan for anyone that doesn't know as well.
I'm so
apologies to Cameron McInnes. I'm going to overlook you here for Reid Marnie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love Reid. Great pick.
So I knew there was a couple of number 9s available, so I left them late.
Yep, you got 20 seconds.
And so looking to my bench, one of the workhorses from the Penrith Panthers, James Fisher-Harris.
James Fisher-Harris, nice. There we go.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's getting hard. We're getting to the end.
Yeah, we've got four players left for me. I think you've got 4. Yeah, everyone's got 4 players left. Yeah. 10 seconds left. And then Mary can jump in if you don't have it.
I know. Oh,
8 seconds, 7.
Let's go with
6,
we'll go Paris, Dylan
5.
Brown on the bench. Dylan Brown on the bench.
Dylan Brown on the bench, alrighty. Mary was really close. I could see she was hyping up. She was ready. She was.
I'm ready because I really want Dal Finucane in my team.
Oh. Hey, Dal Finucane.
I thought I could get him late.
Yep. Well, it is. Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'm going to take here off as a utility off the bench. I'm going to take Brandon Smith. I'm going to take him off the bench. I reckon he's going to be a really cracker play coming on for us and just taking over the positions that he needs to. But I'm going to really beef it up here. I'm going to really beef it up, and I feel like I feel like this is a great play to beef it up with. I'm going to take. I don't think anyone's taken Paul Vaughan, have they? No one's taking Paul Vaughan. I'm taking Paul Vaughan. There we go. He's on my bench. Mary, you are up.
Need another winger. Ruben Garrick.
Ruben Garrick. All righty. There we go. Jeez, there's been a few old Manly players on this list.
I'm going to go on the bench, another winger. I might even swap him out with Kyle Felt onto the bench, but I'm going to go with Ken Mamalo.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I would have taken him next, so that's a good pick. Roast, you're up with your 2 picks. And does this finish you off? No, you got 3.
No, so I've got 3 to go, so I'll take 2 here. So my first one, I'll go back to my Dragons, Tariq Sims.
Tariq Sims,
off the
all
bench.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I'm a bit torn here.
You got 24 seconds. Don't worry.
24 seconds. Yeah, just give me a sec. Give me a sec.
That's all right. I'll hold this up for you so you can see it.
I might. Yep. No, look, I'm gonna go to the Roosters.
Roosters, yeah.
Their captain, Boyd Cordner.
Boyd Corner, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. That is a very good pick right there. Boyd Corner off the table. So you still have one more pick to go.
All the players I'm thinking of are retired right now.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. Get ready, Mary. 8, 7.
Let's go with Jaden Brayley. Jaden Brayley.
Jaden Brayley. There we go. Alrighty. Mary, you are on the clock.
All right, I know I had Nelson Asofa Solomona, and he is going to move to the bench because I'm bringing CSI Tukeaho into my starting.
Yahoo! There we go. Yahoo! All right, so my final 2 picks. So I've got Brandon Smith and Paul Vaughan on my bench. I'm going to bring on another big guy. I've got to bring on another big guy. B for Sup, he can play second row. He can also play front row if he needs be. I'm going to take it an enforcer like Josh Jackson. I'm going to take Josh Jackson and put him on the bench. You know, he's a big-time player. He can even lead the team, need be, and off the bench, that's just absolutely phenomenal. Now, I want, obviously, a backup, someone like a centre or a winger to help out here. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to take someone who can play centre or wing. He's predominantly probably a centre, but I'm going to take... it's actually really difficult for my last pick. I've got 15 seconds left. 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5. I'm going to take Justin Olam here. I'm going to take Justin Olam. I'm going to have him as my last player. I'm going to get the PNG audience. PNG fans, vote for my team. Vote for my team, PNG. And Fiji. I'm getting the islands. I'm getting all the islands. Gee whiz, my headphones come out. Mary, you're on the clock for your final.
Well, now that you've said islands, my pick couldn't be anywhere further from the islands. So
okay, yeah.
I'm taking Angus Crichton as my last one.
Yeah, okay. That's a great pick. Angus Crichton. So Ladies Who League is finished up there. Next up, we've got Hayden with his last pick.
My last pick, I've got to pick a forward because my bench has been a bit versatile. I probably should have picked more forwards. I'm going to go with the Cowboys, and we're going to go with Cohen Hess for my final pick.
There we go, Cohen Hess. That's a good one. And then to finish us off for the NRL Draft on In the Shed 2020, we've got the NRLRoast taking his last pick.
I've just gone through it and I've worked out who I want. I wanted a utility on the bench and I've worked out who I want. But I've just gone through it. Has anyone taken Valentine Holmes?
No one took Valentine Holmes, mate. No one took Valentine Holmes.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you still going to take him?
No, I'm not. Because I don't. Yeah, I want a utility. So, and this is going to sound bad. I'm going to take Ben Hunt over Valentine Holmes, but I want Ben Hunt as a utility on the bench. To come on. He can fill that hooker, half, basically anywhere. So I really like Ben Hunt, so I'll take him on the bench, and that'll finalise my side.
And that will finalise your side?
Taking him, I'm not taking him.
Yeah, that's exactly, I was like, okay, here we go. He's taking Valentine Holmes. And then,
I realised, I was looking over my side. I'm like, I'm going to have to discuss this afterwards. And I'm like, how can we discuss that we've picked, 17, 34, 68 picks, and no one's taken Valentine Holmes?
I'm not going to lie to you, mate. I actually didn't have him on my list here. I've got other players on my list. I just don't. Since he's come back from the NFL, we've only had 2 games, obviously, but I just wasn't as impressed as I was previously, so I didn't put him on my list. But I was happy for anyone else to take him. But it's crazy that no one took him. But I'm looking at all these teams, and they're all pretty damn well good, guys.
The real travesty is that no one picked Clint Gutherson. That's the real travesty.
Where would you play him, Mary? If you had to pick him, where would you play him?
I've got him in my fullback list. That's where I started. But he could play in the halves. But fullback is where I had him, and no one picked CMK either. Yeah, well, the thing is that I don't like. Look, Gutho's great. I'm sorry, Parramatta over there. But for me, on my screen, you guys are both on that side. So there's the Parramatta fans here, and the not Parramatta fans over here. But yeah, I think the fullbacks is just like we'll go through each person's team in just a few moments. But the fullbacks, it was that's why I just left it late, and I knew I had a feeling that I had to take 2 of us and then because I just had a feeling someone was going to just chuck them on their bench for fun. I just knew it. And that's exactly what Dean said.
I'm just glad we have Teddy, Turbo, and Sheck because you always hear that joke, start cut bench, and it's just going to be going off in the comments.
Yeah, exactly right. But Mary actually took Ponga, which is obviously a fantastic pick right there. But I was a little bit shocked that he came off before 2 of us. Mary? No, I was a little bit shocked because I was obviously expecting, everyone, like Ponga is fantastic and I can agree with you. However, I know that a lot of people usually say the 3 names like Hayden just said as in Tedesco, the 2 of us are Sheck and Trbojevic. And I was surprised when Ponga came off. Like, I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised in the same sense.
Yeah, I mean, talented player, can play all through the field, is creative, fun to watch, has some speed. he'll learn from Cameron Smith and the more experienced players on my team. If you have a look, I have quite an experienced team. So,
you do, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was on my list. I mean, my list of fullbacks, Teddy, RTS, Kalen Ponga, CNK, Pappenhausen, Holmes. I was just like, I just have to get someone. And I was like, Ponga's still there. He can attack from anywhere. Let's grab him.
There's no harm in, like, if you took Ponga over RTS, if you wanted to play him in a utility role as well, like play him off the bench like Queensland did. He can play anywhere on the park, and he's a great defender as well. So, but I was a bit.
For you guys is, who was your hardest position? Because I was really surprised at how few halfbacks there were.
That's why I took Cherry Evans immediately.
The centres also really bothered me as well. I was struggling with my centres.
I think wingers. When you guys picked, did you take both para? No, Dean took one and Mary took one.
I took Micah Sivo and I took Suliasi Vanalu. So I took one.
Okay. I really struggled with the wingers. Kyle Felt just came to me, and now I'm thinking, shit.
Yeah, well, we're going to go through your wingers in a second. We're going to go through in a second, and we're going to go through all the different teams. First up, we had myself picking in first pick. So we're going to go through my team. So my fullback is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck from the Warriors. I can't complain with that. I got him with pick 17. I literally got him with my last pick of my starters. I'm very happy with that. But like we said, fullbacks across the board, which is fantastic. In my wings, I have number 2, Suliasi Vanalu from the Melbourne Storm. Nice little Fijian winger there. I'm representing my Fijian blood over here as I'm in Fiji. And also Micah Sivo in number 5. So that's 2 massive wingers there who just know how to find the try line. My centres, Latrell Mitchell and Moses Sully. Obviously, Latrell has gone to fullback this year for the Rabbitohs. However, I just think that Mitchell and Sully are really beefy centres that can push through the line. They definitely know how to find the try line. And we all know when Latrell is in his centre position, he's one of the best in the game. Not so much fullback. Now we get to the halves, and I know there's going to be a little bit of chatter here from probably the listeners and viewers and you guys as well. I obviously went with Cherry Evans for my first pick. I'm thinking with my head, not my heart. Cherry Evans, if you're listening to this, I hate you. However, I do have you in my team. So Cherry Evans is my number 7. And I would probably nearly put him as captain, but I'm not going to put him as captain. We'll get to that in a second. And Sean Johnson is my 6. So the reason I chose Sean Johnson was because I wanted to have that elusive half, that elusive 5'8" that can run and roam the field, kind of openly play. And Cherry Evans would be the leader that would direct the real kind of solid plays around. He just has Sean Johnson mixing it up. Then in my forwards, we've got Martin Tapau and Warrior Hargraves. That's my 2 front rows. Like that's just ridiculous. I'm sorry. That's just a ridiculous front row pack. And then my hooker, Damien Cook. Wow, Damien Cook. You got to be happy.
He's a beach sprinter.
What's that? Sorry.
Did you guys know he's a beach sprinter?
We have a group chat on Twitter, and every time, like whenever there's a Channel 9 broadcast and they start talking about it, it just comes straight away. Did you know he was a beach sprinter?
Gee whiz, all right. What a yeah. No, well, I didn't know that. Now I know that. I was just like, that was random. I was like, yeah, okay, cool.
I think it's more the point that it gets told all the time. So whenever it comes up, he goes, did you know he was a beach sprinter? Or?
And then in my second row, I have Viliami Kikau and Jai Arrow. So I have my Titans brother, who has obviously gone to the Rabbitohs. But Viliami Kikau, obviously a Fijian. Again, look at me go. Fiji, get around BKRsport, eh? Like, I know there's 800,000 people in this country, so I can expect 800,000 votes. And then we got number 13. We got Kangai Jr. And we go into my bench. I've got Brandon Smith coming off the bench, Paul Vaughan, Josh Jackson, and Justin Olam. Here we go. That's my team. We'll go with Hayden first. What's your thoughts on the team?
Yeah, solid team. I think you've got some good versatility there. As you said, that forward pack is quite monstrous, and very good to get Tuivasa-Sheck in that fullback as we speak about the top 3.
I honestly think I'm going to be fairly consistent across all these teams because they've all got exceptional players in them. Like these are all, I would almost go A+, but I'm an extremely positive person. So I love that you've got Damien Cook in there. You've got some wonderful Fijian players, so your team isn't going to lack attacking prowess. I mean, team like with Micah Sivo in it, it's always got to be an A+ from me, doesn't it?
Exactly right. There we go. See, I've got Mary's vote. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to go get something. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Jeez, that is something I overlooked. I really wanted Ruben Garrick because he was like not only a great winger, great try scorer, but he could kick goals. But luckily, I never even thought I've got Mitch Moses. He can kick it, so...
He can. Mitch Moses is good for you. What's going on up here, BK?
All right, I've got my Fijian flag going on. I got my Fijian flag as my cape, so I'm representing Fiji proud here. Look at me go! I'm just out of control. I'm out of control. Next up, we've got the NRL roast. So what do you think of my team?
Look, I'm not sold on your heart. Like Johnson and DCE, I know the way you explained they would work. I just don't think they work too well together. I love the size that you've got in your front row, in your forward pack, your starting forward pack, and that Kickow on that left side as well. That left side, you've got Kickow, Mitchell, and Sivo. That is just devastating.
Look at that.
But just it lacked a little bit of size on your bench, I checked. So you got Smith and Olam there, so 2 utilities, and then you've only got Paul Vaughan and Jackson.
Yeah.
All great players. I just like me. I'm a good size man.
Okay, next up, we're going to go with the second pick, which was Mary from LadiesWhoLeague. Can you please run us through all your positions? Oh, we haven't picked our coaches, by the way, guys.
I know, I mentioned that. I did.
Let's do the coaches right now.
So who would have gone? So it would have been. Oh, so it would have been Rose. I get last pick. Yeah, it's all good. So I know who's going to pick. Okay, so Dean, you're up, mate. You've got your coach.
I'll get a coach. Oh, I'm going Craig Bellamy.
Of course, yeah. We all knew that was coming. We all knew that was coming.
Sorry. Yep.
Hayden, you're up.
Tossing between two, but I'm going to go with the old dog. I'm going to go Wayne Bennett.
So this is quite funny because in my list of coaches, Rose, you've gone my 1. My number 2's gone 2, but I think I would have gone my number 3 anyway. I'm having Trent Robinson.
Nice.
Okay. You know what? You guys are going to be a little bit shocked here. This person does have that's the thing. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm allowed him. I'm going to ask you guys if I can technically allow him because he is actively involved in the game and he is a coach.
Don't you say Brad Fittler?
No, not Brad Fittler. He is actively involved in the game currently with the Titans. He was the coach for the Queensland Maroons. Mel Meninga. I want to take Mel Meninga. Can I take Mel Meninga?
I think we'll
allow it.
Okay, we'll take it. Well, you guys got your 3 coaches, so please allow it.
I have Michael Maguire on my list. What do you guys think? For 1 year, I think he'd be good.
I don't know.
Is he more of a would he need to develop? We're thinking real life, he'd take if he comes into a team, give him a few years before he starts developing. But in fantasy,
they get a bit tired of him as well.
True, yeah.
So I don't know. I'm happy with Trent Robinson.
All right,
back-to-back premiership coach.
We've all got great coaches there. We've all got great coaches. I know the New South Wales fans in the lobby, which I'm pretty sure. Are you, Dean, you're a New South Wales fan because you post way too much about that bloody try that I had to witness live at the game. And Mary, you a New South Wales fan?
Yes, of course.
Oh, gee whiz. Oh, Hayden, we picked the wrong content. Crazy.
So we brought up that fucking try as well, mate. Being at that match was hard.
That was very hard to watch. We're not going to get into it with you, Dean, because I know you're going to be very happy about it, and you too, Mary. So, Mary, we're going to get to the second pick now. Please go through your team and including the coach.
Okay, number 1, my fullback. We've got Kalen Ponga.
Yep.
The 2 wingers, Blake Ferguson and also Ruben Garrick. And I feel sorry for Blake Ferguson standing next to Ruben Garrick because we've seen Fergo's nose and we've seen Ruben Garrick's nose. So I feel like that's a little bit cruel. In the centres, we've got 2 softly spoken gentlemen in Jared Croker and Joey Manu.
Yep.
I'm looking at my halves and I'm wondering how they're going to combine together. But I've got Luke Keary and Cameron Munster.
Okay, yeah.
I've got my enforcers at my prop level. So we've got David Clemmer and CSI Tukeaho, who can also kick. I've got a couple of kickers in my team, which is excellent.
Yeah.
We've got Cameron Smith, who is captain, coach, and also referee on my team.
Okay,
We've got Felice Kafusi and Wade Graham in the second row, and I love having Wade Graham there because he's so versatile.
Yeah.
We've got Jake Trebojevic as my lock, and then coming off the bench, Ryan Pappenhausen, Dal Finucane, Nelson Asafa-Solomona, so it's pretty much the Melbourne Storm team, and then Angus Crichton.
Yeah. Okay. That's that is a great team right there. Literally, like I said, there is every single team here is just fantastic. We're going to go to Roast first here, but before I say that, I'm going to give you the option. You can have Cameron Smith as your buddy coach as well if you damn well wanted to. If you want to, you can have Cameron Smith as your coach as well.
I'll keep Trent Robinson.
Okay.
Roast my team, all right? Be nice.
Apart from the fact that we did roast you a little bit about taking Ponga over RTS at the fullback, the squad is absolutely phenomenal. You've got Munster and Keary, so you've Munster, the Australian 5'8" at the moment, Keary up and coming. The back line is phenomenal with Ferguson, Croker, Manu, Garrick. And look, your bench is, I know it's mainly Melbourne Storm and not a lot of fans. I'm not a big fan of Melbourne Storm as as the club, but their players are phenomenal. Representative stars in there as well, and led by the Cameron Smith. So I just see a great side there. Well done.
Thank you.
There you go. Gee, what a comment. You know, he tore me to shreds. He tore me to shreds.
Oh, it's only two grades below you were.
Yeah, I'm watching you.
You can take it.
Hayden, you're up now. You tell us what your thoughts are.
I think it's a real good team, as you said, about the fact that there's experience. And as NRL Roast said, with the representatives, I think that's a big part. I think having David Klemmer is massive as well. He always earns himself an Origin jersey. And you've got Cameron Smith, which is that leadership role. Very versatile in regards to the goal kicker. That's a big part of it. You've got Takiaho, you've got Manu, you've got Croker, you've got Kiri, who sometimes kicks goals as well. And I think the halves, the Munster-Kiri combination is a very good match.
Thank you.
There you go. So, yeah, you're getting some good raps there, and I'm going to continue with the good raps here. I think obviously Ponga is fantastic. Your centers are great. I really wish I had Jared Croker. He was going to be my next pick just after you actually took him, and obviously he is the nice guy. Your wings are fantastic. Your half. The only issue that I have with the halves, right? There's only one issue that I have with the halves is that I personally feel like they're both somewhat leader players. I feel like they're both the type of players that lead the team, and that's why with I know that Dean didn't agree with it, but that was why I kind of went with Sean Johnson and Cherry Evans, because they're two completely different players in the halves that have different roles. I feel like Cameron Munster and Luke Keary might kind of be the similar playing style that might, I don't know, it might lack a little bit, but I think that they're two phenomenal players, so I'm not going to take it really down a notch, but I just feel like there could be a little bit of a problem there with the two players wanting to lead from the halves. Your forwards are obviously incredible, and Trent Robinson as coach is great. Alrighty, next up we had the third pick, which was Entertain House. Now, please go through your picks, and then we'll go through them.
Well, my nickname is a bit inspired by how the NRL Roast says he wants to hang out with those players. So we're going to call these boys the housemates. Nice. My fullback, Tommy Turbo from Manly. Very, very good player. I think he's in for a massive year. And we're going on 2020. I would say, I'm going to make a bit of a call here. I reckon he'll be in the top 3 picks for Dally M Turbo.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he got the Dally M, yeah.
Oh, okay. On the wing, I've got Daniel Tupou and Kyle Felt. I think you could swap those bench players for Kyle Felt, but for the moment, we'll keep that. May change later. In the centres, I've got Katoni Staggs, who's showing a lot of form for the Bronco, and Brent Naden for the Panthers. A bit of a workhorse, always finds a way to the try line, scoring a lot of tries for that team. As for the halves, I've got Cody Walker from the Rabbitoh, representative in New South Wales last year, and has had some big games for the Rabbits. And the halfback, which was, I believe, my first pick, was Mitchell Pearce. Cameron Murray, Josh Hodgson from the Raiders, Josh Papali from the Raiders, Ryan Madison from Parramatta, another workhorse player who's been with a lot of teams, has a bit of experience, I guess you could say. John Bateman. The imports from England have been fantastic. I think we've all got a couple of those English imports, and I think John Bateman's a big one. Lock, Victor Radley from the Roosters, Cohen Hess off the bench, Jaden Brayley off the bench. I think he's been good at the Sharks and he looks good at the Knights, so we'll keep him there. Dylan Brown and Ken Mamalo, and coached by Wayne Bennett.
Nice. We're going to go to Mary first. What are your thoughts on the team?
I really want to applaud this team for picking some players that I think are a little bit left field.
Yep, so, there is some left field here.
Applaud you for making some of those selections. I think that there is class all over the field still. I mean, you've got Tom Trbojevic at the back there. You've got Cameron Murray. Mitchell Pearce probably wouldn't have been my halfback choice, but I think he's actually a very good club halfback. As long as this team isn't playing State of Origin, I actually think Mitchell Pearce is probably a good pick. And then I love, you've got Josh Papali there, one of the best forwards in the competition. John Bateman and Victor Radley, we're going to have some fun with them. And you've got a wonderful coach.
Love Staggs and Naden there in the centres. They're both from my area out in Group 11, the Central West. So I really rate them. Your halves, Walker and Pearce. So Pearce obviously leading the team, and Walker can run the ball. I really like that. A bit small on the front row and on your bench as well. Your bench is Hess, Brayley, Brown and Mamalo. So you've only really got one big guy there. So I think I think your bench let you down a little bit?
My thoughts are, it is very left field, in my opinion, from what Mary said, and I like it. I do like it. Tommy Trbojevic, obviously, I wanted him as my fullback, but when I took Cherry Evans in my halves, because I knew that they were scarce in the halves, I knew he was gone before I could get to him. You've got your halves in Cody Walker and Mitchell Pearce. Obviously, Mitchell Pearce, I don't know about, but I don't know why you took him with your first pick. I thought you could have got him a little bit later, but that is still a fantastic half right there in Mitchell Pearce. He's still a fantastic half, and like Mary said, as long as this is a club level, while he plays with these guys, they might bring him up a little bit. Your forwards are a little bit on the smaller end compared to a few of these other teams, but your backs, I do really like your backs, especially your wing with Tupou and Felt. And Felt was a little bit of a different one as well. However, I can definitely see where you're going with this. I think, your bench was a little bit small. I think you went with a real small team. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I think the bench really needed improvement. I think the pressure got to me. Yeah.
Just because of the smaller aspect of it, I agree that I probably want a little bit more pack in the forward and a little bit more beef. So now we're going to move into James' team, the NRL roast. Who is your go through your team, please?
Yeah, like just back on Hayden's team real quick, it did get hectic right at the end there. Like you're picking all these you want to go certain positions, and then all of a sudden you get to the bench and you're like, shit, what do I do? Like utility, big guys, small guys, edge players, or whatever. So I did get really hectic at the end there. But I'll run through my team. So my number one pick was James Teddy Tedesco, Dally M Player of the Year. So I picked him up. My wingers were the Fox and Nick Kotrick. So it's a real New South Wales flavour here going through it. My centres, Joey Leilua and Bronson Sherry. Like the up-and-comer Bronson Sherry. And I love Leilua's just brash attitude. When he talked earlier in the year, who's the best centre, he talked himself up. So I like that. I like the confidence. My halves, I've got Mitch Moses and Jack Whiten. Mitch to obviously lead the team and Jack with his running game. Front rowers, Payne Haas and Adam Fanua-Blake. Size and mobility there. Number 9, Reed Marnie. I keep on saying Mahoney because I keep on...
Well, that's how his name
of Police Academy.
My partner's family calls him Mahoney just to get on my nerves.
My back rowers, David Fafita and Tyson Frizzell, and lock the big guy, Jason Taumalolo. Then my bench, utility, I've got Ben Hunt, and in the forwards, I've got James Fisher-Harris. I just love his work rate. Averaged 48 tackles a game last year. Tariq Sims, a little bit of an enforcer off the bench there, and Boyd Cordner just for his experience and leadership.
Yep, that's a pretty good team. We'll go with Hayden first. What are your thoughts?
You can roast me.
I can roast you. Ben Hunt on the bench, mate. That's a big left-hand pick, that one. Look, we'll go starting first. Teddy, obviously, a lot of people probably watching this thought that Teddy was going to be the number one pick, but BKR surprised us with it being Cherry Evans. So I rate that pick highly. You've got 2 Raiders in Kotrick and Leilua not anymore, but I like this. I think Kotrick is quite an underrated player. Then you've got Bronson Cherry, very talented. You've got some Eels talent. You've picked up probably our 2 best in Mitch Moses and Reed Marnie. The forward pack's insane. And when you speak about the fact that my forward pack is a little bit struggling off the bench, it's because the NRL roast has all the good players in
big players there.
Haas, Fafita, Taumalolo. It's unbelievable. And I think it's a big move getting Boyd Cordner. I think it's quite important having him and the leadership in your side. And who was your coach?
Craig Bellamy.
Craig Bellamy, even better.
Roast, I absolutely love this team. Social media content is going to be absolutely exceptional.
The coach has banned it. Craig's banned social media, so I'm
You just stay away from my team, right? Because I've got Latrell Mitchell and you've got Josh Adokar. So let's I think we should come up with a little bit bigger of a punishment for them.
But I think Craig Bellamy is actually a really good coach for this team because you've got a couple of players that can be a bit spontaneous, a bit sporadic. You've got the Fox, you've got Joey Leilua, you've got Bronson Sherry. All of those players, I think, could really benefit under the tutelage of Craig Bellamy. So that's exceptional. But your forward pack is just really freaking me out. Like, Jason Taumalolo is absolutely going to monster teams. And then you've got Payne Haas and David Fafita, who I think are 2 of the best young forwards coming through the competition. And then, you've got Jack White and you've got Teddy. You've just got quality all over the field. It's a great team, Roast. I love it.
Oh, that's a fantastic team. Now, I'm going to give it an F. No, I'm joking. We're not going to give it I think this team is incredible. I think the forwards, like we've all mentioned, I can see the different kind of styles that each individual person here has with their team. Because obviously, you know, we've gone with the NRL Roast, he's gone massive. He's gone absolutely massive. Entertain House has gone a little bit left field, but I can see that he's got players that can really mix in there. Got Mary here, who's just got, you know, she's got a mix of everything, really. She's got a mix of everything. And then with mine, I've gone with the Pacific blood. I'm getting behind the Pacific resurgence. With the NRL Roast, you know, this forward line is insane. Jason Tamalolo, David Fafita, Payne Haas, Adam Fanua, Blake, and Tyson Frizzell. It's just it's scary. And then your fullback, James Tedesco. You can't say too much about that. You got some pace. You've got some muscle there as well. I personally, in the halves, Jack White and Mitchell Moses, I struggle to see it being as fantastic as possible. I just kind of struggle to see them working together. I can see how you see them working together, and it's a 50-50 really. They're just kind of they're both quite elusive. They're both quite elusive kind of players. Like they move, they're really open kind of players. I think with how you said it, you said the leader was Moses, right?
Correct. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So I think that would work. I think it's a 50-50 situation whether those two players get with each other, and Craig Bellamy as the coach is the kicker there. So the only issue that I've even had with any of these teams really has been the halves, which has been a bit of a struggle. Honestly, these teams are all incredible. Like, I'll just keep looking at it, and I know there's only 4 of us here doing this, but these teams are all just incredible. So it was.
I suppose it's hard to envision when you're picking teams like this to players that haven't played together what they would play like. It's easy for us to say, I think, you know, Moses would lead and White and would follow there. I didn't agree with your was Johnson
and Cherry Evans.
Cherry Evans, but everyone has a vision. Everyone envisions it differently, and I just think all the teams are great. I just think it's a great exercise, and that was quite fun.
The way this is set up, actually, we'll get into this now. So the way this is set up is that the way this will be voted is that we're going to have like a round robin of 4 teams, and then the 2 best teams at the end of that will make the final. It's like a World Cup group stage, and then the 2 teams who come out the best of that will reach the final. So and it will come down to the votes on the In the Sheds Instagram page. So if you guys aren't following that, definitely go and follow the In the Sheds Instagram page for the votes. Yes, we're going to be putting each team up against each other throughout the week, finding out who the winner is via a grand final, which I'm very much looking forward to. But it's just really cool looking at all these teams and seeing how they would work, like you said, Roast.
Yeah, and like you said, with players coming on to vote, like if you have a Manly fan that comes on and goes, you know, myself, I've got Adam Fanua Blake, Mary's got Jakey Turbo, Hayden's got Tommy Turbo, and you've got DCE. So, you know, how are they going to choose, you know, which certain players they like?
Right. And exactly right.
My team's out round 1 because I think I've got the most Melbourne players. No one's
yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
Well, there you go. However,
you do have some fan favourites, though, don't you, Mary? You have
Darren Croker.
I have Nelson Asafa Solomona, and he's definitely a fan favourite. I've got Clem in there. I've got a bit of Blake Ferguson.
Darren Croker.
Who doesn't like Dal Finucane? I mean, come on.
I think
come on, a guy that can
Virgo
sing
and Pappenhausen for you, Mary, are the big ones. I reckon people will get your votes from Virgo and Pappenhausen.
Yeah. Am I the only one who took a Titans player as well? Am I the only one who took a Titans player everywhere?
Of course.
Yes, Titans fans, get behind me. Jai Arrow, he's not even Titans anymore. He's bloody Rabbitohs. But guys, that will obviously do us for today. We have been going about an hour now. So like I said, In the Sheds Instagram page is where this vote will happen. So if you're not following that, go and follow that. And throughout each day, we're going to have a new matchup, whether it be BKRsport versus Entertain House, NRL Roast versus Ladies Who League, and then we'll swap it around. And like I said, we'll do a grand final, which I'm really looking forward to. So definitely get around that. Massive shout out, massive thanks to both the NRL Roast and to Mary from Ladies Who League. Thank you for coming along, guys.
Thanks for having me. This was so much fun. And the Roast, I am such a big fan of your work. So it is so nice to actually be able to see you because so often we talk online or I'm looking at your content. So it was so much fun. And thank you both for having me. Really appreciate it.
Thanks very much, Mary. And thanks very much, Blaze. Absolutely great fun on a Sunday afternoon when there is no footy. Finding it very hard, stuck inside in self-isolation with, you know, trying to come up with content, and this is a great exercise, great bit of fun, got us talking about footy in a positive way, and get around everyone that creates content.
And what was I going to say? Gee whiz, I was going to say something.
How great we all are?
Yeah, how great. Well, I did that.
We love compliments. You can just keep complimenting us.
And then also a big shout out to Entertain House for coming along as well and joining in the In the Sheds podcast as per usual.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Good teams. Good to meet Ladies Who League and NRL Roast behind the cameras. So thanks for coming on, guys.
And me as well, obviously.
And you.
Obviously. But what I was going to say as well is that if the viewers do like this, we can do a of all time one as well. You know, like with players of all time, which would be.
You thought this was stressful and hard.
Notice for that one.
Yeah, you thought this was stressful and hard.
Yeah,
Imagine trying to go back and try and pick, you know, the best centres and 5'8". Oh.
We could.
Jack Gibson is my coach.
We could even do decade, maybe. We could even do decade. Pick a decade each.
I think you're even making it harder.
You're making it harder. You're making it harder. You stop talking. You stop talking over there.
No, it's great ideas, like, because that just creates discussion and gets everyone talking. But
yeah, exactly.
For me, it's too hard.
Maybe even per team.
Yeah, per team. Yeah, we could do. We could do that. Oh, that. Yeah, we'll have a chat and see, obviously, if people enjoy this series, which I know people will, because it's been really fun to do, and I know people will really enjoy the putting the players together, which is what we were talking about before. But like I say, guys, that will do us. If you aren't subscribed, we are on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and TuneIn. And obviously, the video of this is always on BKRsport YouTube. We might actually create a channel for it soon. Time being, it is on BKRsport on YouTube. So do go and subscribe, hit the notification bell. Every single Wednesday at 4 p.m. is when this comes out. Obviously, this was a little bit of a different video as per usual. You know, we usually have the players on, but today we mixed it up, and I've actually really enjoyed this. We're going to definitely do more of that.
I was going to say sorry to all the listeners and the viewers that they didn't get a player.
Yeah, and also, if you didn't get selected in this draft, well, I'm sorry. If you're a player and listening to this, I'm sorry. Hopefully it fuels your fire and you get better so that you're in the next one.
Shout out to Valentine Holmes.
Shout out to Valentine Holmes, who basically got boasted about at the end that he was going to get picked and then didn't get picked in the very same comment.
He's a Queenslander. Sorry.
Well, he's fantastic. Bloody Queenslander. I'm going to take out. No, I'm not taking anyone out. But anyway, guys, like I said, that will do for today. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.